صباح الخير يا أولاد، عاملين إيه؟ كل سنة وأنتم طيبين. بحب أذكركم إن الامتحان الفاينل هيكون إن شاء الله ابتداء من 10 يناير. فمن دلوقتي ل يوم الامتحان قدامنا هما 3 محاضرات. هنقول محاضرة مراجعة، هنحاول إن إحنا نلم فيهم الباقي من المنهج عشان نحاول إن نخلص الجزء الأكبر من المقرر عليه. تاني حاجة، أنا مش سعيد أو مش إن أنا مقتنع بنتيجتكم في الامتحان، لأن نتيجتكم مش دي كانت المتوقعة. يعني النتيجة نسبة الإخفاق في الميد تيرم عالية جدا، ولذلك حاولوا إنكم انتم تحلوا الأسايمنت وتسلموه، بحيث إنكم انتم يبقى عندكم أعمال السنة تتحط لكم على ده، و يساعد شوية مع درجة الميد تيرم، و مع الفاينل. دي فرصة تانية، يعني اللي أخفق أو اللي ما حصلوش نصيب يحاول إن هو يلتزم في الفترة المتبقية، لعله إنه يقطع الشوط جد ويتابع. وأنا متاح في الأوفيس أورز من الحد أربعاء من 9 صباحا ل2:30 مساء، تحت أمركم في أي حاجة. لو حد مش فاهم أو كده يقدر إن هو يجيلي، وأنا ممكن أقعد معاه أو أقول له التوجيه السليم. طيب، هنبدأ موضوع النهاردة عن الماكنزي موديل، وبنشوف هنبدأ عن الماكنزي موديل وبنشوف إن McKinsey model argue that the business should develop the strategies or approaches based on 4 assets or 4 items or 4 steps or 4 skills. It is as illustrated in the slides in front of us. The first, donate to the operational skill. Second, privileged assets. Third, growth skills. Fourth, special relationship. We will explain in the next few slides each of which. But the main idea of the main concept of this module is the growth can be achieved by looking at business opportunities along several dimensions, not alone, but summarized in the diagram, which anchor in the next 2 slides. So there are very comparable or resemblance between the McKinsey model and ANSOF model, as we explained. So if we come through the operational skills, it means that they are the core competence or the main competences that the business can provide. These kind of business may have a strong competence in customer service. For instance, if you have like some kind of telecommunication companies, for instance, Orange or Vodafone or Etisalat, you will find that these companies have like the frontline competencies more robust and more vigor than the second and third line operational assets. For instance, you will find people who welcome you in the first line, customer service. They have distribution channels. They can provide the service to you by phone, on your mobile, by tuitions, by recorded instruction, etc. They can dominate in the field of technology. For instance, you will find in terms of financial service, the CIB banks or the other banks. These banks are providing their customers with some kind of applications which they can do the transaction and service activity and performance online rather than going to the bank in the epidemic circumstances, and they may get infected, or they may get a virus, or they may have to wait long hours or many hours in the long queues. What I mean by this, I mean that those banks can dominate in the field of customer service and distribution channel and technology, which makes them outperform their counterparts. For instance, if we get like the CIB or other, they can outperform or dominate their counterparts like a CIB bank, like Al Bank, like Iranian Bank, like QMB Bank, etc. The second is the privileged assets. These assets are held by business. They are hard to replicate by competitors. For instance, if you have like large customer database or a well established brand, for instance, concerning or regarding the financial service, if we get like the Citibank. Citibank, it's well known for its concept, like the financial supermarket. You can get into the Citibank and choose or select whatever you like of service, like mortgage or cash collateral or leasing or exchanging money, etc., etc., etc. But other banks are specialized in some particular service which are not ubiquitous or are not like so large to engulf other service like what I have said just now. You will find well-established brand in terms of financial service as well. You can find HSBC, like your local bank. So what makes this bank dominate the service or dominate the market or outperform its counterpart is the bank established its brand by dealing with in a global standard by through or within local things. So they reshuffle or they reshape its international service to suit our local standards and morals, etc. Uh, the third stage is the growth skills. These are the skills the business need if they are to successfully manage as I mean, the skills of kind of new product development. If you have your product in the market or existing product in the existing market, you have to add some kind of ingredients addition or changing the feature or the packaging or service or etc. But in terms of or concerning the marketing financial service, you can add some negotiating or integrating acquisition. If you have to have some kind of combining banks or acquiring other banks by greenfield, for instance, if you want to initiate like your own name and brand, or brownfield if you want to take over another bank which is suffering or struggling in the financial market. So this related to the gross skills of the employees or the people who are working or interesting or representing the financial service. The first stage is the special relationship. These relationships are just open up a new options. For instance, you may have like to add some providers or supplier for your service, or you might uh, initiate or start some kind of a global card or platinum card, or like now in Egypt we have like instead of opening account we have like the IBAN number. IBAN number, they are four initials. IBAN, I, P for POC, AN. It means or it stands for international bank account number. By this serial number, you can access your to add or withdraw of your accounts or from any position or from everywhere in the world. And this it's prevailed here in Egypt, and now all the Egyptian people can access and cash in or cash out by utilizing their IBAN. Here in the slide in front of us, we can see the components or the ingredients of making the glass pellets. The first, but not in sequence, I'm afraid. If you want it in sequence, you can find the existing products to new customers, or a new competitive arena, or new industry structure, all in all leads to a reciprocity relationship with the acquisition or the modes of entry for international financial service, for instance, joint venture or minority stakes, audience, marketing partnership, or organic invitation, or etc. But here you can see the other which are looking forward or buying forward is the R or the level for increasing the level of risk. Uh, the generic option investment structure for the growth, it's like a preliminary structure, not again not in sequence nor in alphabetical order. So let us see how each of which stands for. First, there are the seven components of the aforementioned graphs. Existing product to existing customers, existing product to new customers, new product and service, etc. till the new competitive arena. The existing products to existing customer, you have already you established for existing product. To your existing customer, but allow low risk option. For instance, if you are trying to increase sales by existing customers, is by existing the frequency of purchasing. For instance, if you want to add like all of us went to the Carrefour big store, or the retailing stores like Carrefour or Sainsbury's or any other big malls or big chain of supermarket, you can find a label on your favorite product saying that, well, you can buy two and get one free, or you can like mix and match between trousers and the bands or stuff. But related to the existing customer financial service, you can combine this service or like doing some kind of free charge or like minimized mortgage by low rate. So people will get or acquire from, or people who borrow money of your banks based on mortgage, they can reborrow, for instance, to buy Christmas, or for the Easter Ball, or to buy for the school items, etc. The main or the core concept is how to make your customers are frequent, loyal, or think of you as soon as they are in need to your money or your service. The second item or second component, it has to do with existing product to new customers. For instance, you can find the entire new product that this customer might buy, or to start provide the product for the customer. Put it that way, if you have like uh, uh, let us see, let us take like some paradigm of Adidas company. All of us knows Adidas. It has to do with athlete battles or athlete uniform and sneakers, shoes, etc. But nowadays, the company diversified its main products and shifted to do some kind of uh, perfume, odors, perfume, shampoo for hair, shaving cream, etc. So they diversified its existing products or existing names to acquire new customers. But in terms of the marketing financial service, you can even diversify your customer. For instance, if your bank can or might be able to provide for the new generations of people who want to start up, they are young, or the new generations between 18 and 21, or between 18 and 25. Is this segment of young people or young generation, or young people, they need money either to marry or to start up their business, or to make like a small company, or to integrate their own idea. As such, you can think of how to utilize existing product to newcomers or new customers, if you like to entitle. New products and new service. Both here, it's a combination of answer, market development, diversification strategy. Some can be sold to the existing customer and may trust the business, and entirely you may attract or entice a new customers by again doing add some kind of service component. For instance, uh, you can find in here the government just assign the 15% of the Egyptian pound as a benefit rate for the governmental bank, Bankmas, Alexandria Bank, and Al Ahli Bank, against the multinational banks who are operating just now in Egypt. So, I mean, this because they are governmental banks, they have new products and new service to provide its customer, and so as to outperform or to surpass the counterparts or competitors in the Egyptian financial market. The next is a new delivery system. So here we can find in this by utilizing the new channels. Again, it's channel. Again, it's the media. Again, it's the core. How you connect your target audience, or target, or communicate with target market, instead of allowing, or permitting, or just uh, uh, enforcing, if you like to use the term, your customers or clients to come to your bank to pick up their papers or their financial statements or their like a check book or etc. No, you can provide them with some small devices like the RBS or Bank of Scotland. Via this small device, or electronic device, or technological device, they can do their service and transaction remotely and effectively then they come and hovering in front of your physical address or physical bank. The next is green is a new geographic area, but it's that way if you have like if you are working in the market for Orange or Etisalat or Vodafone, uh, your main one of your main targets or main objectives is to reach the most or the foremost areas in Egypt or in the country you are operating in. For instance, you want to install some kind of telecommunication bridges in the oasis or in after Aswan, 200 or 300 kilometers, so as to allow your customers to get signal and to communicate freely with each other and with the external world. But concerning the financial service or the financial market is how you set up your service or uh, get into venture with audience so as your customer can use your provided credit card in associated or alliance banks in the overseas without charging any penny or any or any uh, kind of surcharges. This related to the new geographic areas and the benefits acquired of its accessibilities. Again, the new industrial structure is you come how you come through or if you want to do like joint venture again with banks, with existing bank or new bank, if you want like to do like an acquisition program instead of just combining the assets, it has to do with the structure of the industry itself without any trouble programming. The last but not least is the new competitive arena. This component is how to give your CEO or chief executive officer or senior executives the opportunity to integrate vertically consider whether the skills they have or the skills they utilize now could be used in other industries. For instance, you can or your bank in terms of concerning the marketing financial service, your bank or the financial institution you are working in, it might consider providing some kind of again under its name. For instance, if you are working in Citibank or in HSBC Bank, or not just for advertising issue, but just uh, any bank, you can consider providing like financial service consultancy, how to provide people with advice, how to withdraw the bulk of money of the saving account and then inject this bulk of money in buying some shares in the stock market to make money, or in some kind buy gold or buy bonds or any kind of service just based on the skills or how the skills how the way to be harnessed and utilized in the benefits of your financial institutions, bank, or elsewhere. Now we come to the end of our lecture today, and I do hope you get benefit of this explanation, or brief if you like, but I want at the end of this lecture to emphasize my accessibility and availability on my office hours from Sunday to Wednesday from 9 o'clock to 2:50 p.m. At your disposal. See you soon, and at your disposal, Dr. Said. Keep safe.